2014-172, State of Arkansas versus Travis Langston. This is his reappearance date. His pretrial date is set for November 29th, and a jury trial is scheduled in his case for January 12th of 2015. Are there any matters to take up at this time in Mr. Langston's case?
Your Honor, there is if we could have just a moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, we have been tendered a plea offer. I had showed that to Mr. Langston. He has verbally told me that he will accept this plea offer. He can go out, and we can either direct him to reappear at 1:30, or he can fill it out there. That's fine. That's even better.
I'll put that in the stack with Mr. Roden. Court will call 2014-230 Brian Sutterfield. Mr. Sutterfield appeared on October 2nd, entered a plea of not guilty, and was ordered to reappear on this date to appear before this court, as his case is on this court's docket. On charges of residential burglary and theft of property. The court at this time will set this matter court's going to set this matter down for trial according to a scheduling order that will provide for trial on May 26th of 2015, pre-trial on March 12th of 2015, and the reappearance date of January 22nd of 2015. Are there any other matters to take up at this time?
Your Honor, there is not. There's a plea offer I need to discuss, and Mr. Sutterfield, but it's not going to be resolved today, Your Honor. We'll stay on the scheduling order.
Well, I will be back on November 20th if you want to bring it up at that time.
Your Honor, there's no bond issues. I understand that he signed a 6-month PV last evening.
All right.
Thank you,
It
Judge.
may be excused. 2014-129, 2014-130, State of Arkansas versus Michael Strange. These cases, are down for pretrial today, with a jury trial scheduled in December 1st and 2nd.
Your Honor, we have reached an agreement with the state this morning. Paperwork has been completed. Mr. Strange needs to complete the paperwork also. That'll be done either this morning or at 1:30 this afternoon.
So I put him down on the list to come back at 1:30?
That'd be fine, Judge.
All right. 2014-154, State of Arkansas versus Pamela Pendergrass.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Ms. Pendergrass is set for trial on the December 1st setting. If you could have her reappear on the November 20th docket, I believe we may be able to have this resolved on that day.
All right.
Is that excluded?
She'll reappear she's scheduled for pretrial today, and we're not moving the trial date, so it doesn't need to be an exclusion.
That's correct, Your Honor. And if I could, she's in custody today on a failure to appear on her last court date. She had spoken to me. You had waited to issue the FTA if she could get a hold of me. It took a couple of days before she was able to hear from me. As soon as she did get in touch with me, she did make it back here. She was out of state visiting family, and she came back as soon as she understood what she was dealing with over here. And I would ask that you reinstate her bond at this point. I've spoken with her bondsman, and he would stay on it.
He's willing to go back on it?
Judge, Ms. Polly had to go to the trouble of filing a motion and getting an order and things like that. It might be the bond needs to do something a little bit more formal, because we've actually put them on notice to collect money for them, and your office staff went to a great deal of trouble.
Your Honor, I'm sure if whatever you would require from the bondsman, they would be willing to do at this point, if that's acceptable to you.
What causes the court concern is that the defendant was out of state. And I understand that through communication, you were able to get her to return to the state.
You know, it's my understanding it was a sick family member, and she did. I mean, she was here the next day. She returned immediately as soon as she did have contact with me and understand what she was facing here. There had previously been some problems with she had a new phone number, and we'd had some difficulties communicating, but that has been resolved now, and I've got numerous contacts with family members. But once she is released, I have no doubt that we'll be in regular communication at this point.
Well, based on those circumstances and those representation, the court will reinstate the bond. And I'm going to condition the bond on her not going out of state.
I understand.
The case is set for trial close enough, and I'm ordering her to reappear on November 20th. But the case is set for trial that first week of December. So at this point, I'm going to make it a condition of her bond, of her newly established bond, that it be that she not exit the state of Arkansas. In fact, I don't think she should leave the confines of the 14th Judicial Circuit between now and the 1st of December.
I'll explain that fully to her, Your Honor. Thank you.
The bondsman will have to put that as a condition of this bond, of her bond, excuse me.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.